What's up, guys? Wow, this is my first impressions of Aventus cologne. You guys are wondering, I'm a big Aventus guy. You guys already know. What will be my impressions for Aventus cologne? Being a guy that's such a big fan of the Creed house and especially Creed Aventus, I want to be honest with you. Not very impressed, man. Not impressed at all. I got a sample. I got a 10 ml sample of Aventus cologne, and to my surprise, the cologne was a huge, not it's a huge transition from what the Aventus name is supposed to be. So, Aventus, a powerful, universally loved fragrance that a lot of people do recognize as being the king of fragrances. And I decided to go ahead and just buy a nice sample decant of it to see what I get from it. And to be honest with you, I get what some people are saying. I do get that Chanel Cologne Sport feel. You definitely get that. You cannot. You there's no way in saying that it doesn't smell like Chanel Cologne Sport. It definitely does. At the opening, you do get that fresh blast of your typical Aventus. Not just any Aventus, because whatever you guys are in the Aventus game, those of you that do have Aventus in your arsenal, there are variations. There's like different badges, different years. So I would say this is more closer to the newer batches, 2016 and up, with that fresher, that brighter pineapple in the opening. Aventus cologne, as it transitions over that, I say it doesn't take too long, maybe a few minutes, half hour or so, then it turns into its own fragrance. Whoa, not really its own. Hey, what's up, man? What is up? Nice to have you around. So yeah, just talking about the Aventus cologne, and honestly, it turns into a designer fragrance. I'm not gonna say designer. It turns into a great fragrance. It's just nothing groundbreaking, nothing new that Creed did with this fragrance. Absolutely nothing new. This is definitely what I think Creed decided to make a safe scent that was unoffensive, was easily liked. Especially, I'm thinking those people that walked into yeah, it is a little bit disappointing. I'm thinking those that walked into the Creed store, most people that I would say like those shoppers for Creed or those followers of Creed, went in there and said, you know what, let me try the new Aventus cologne. I'm sure if you're one of those Creed guys and you were to walk in there, or just let's say somebody that just sticks to Creed, would walk in there and say, wow, this is a nice fragrance. But if you were one that normally collect fragrances and you were to go in there and try this out, this will be, I'm telling you, it's going to be a very nice scent. And I dare say it smells better than Aventus in some ways, but it's nothing special. Unless it would have been special if it wasn't for the fact that it wasn't like some type of a dupe of Chanel Cologne Sport. It really reminds me of Chanel. I have them both. I have the Extreme and the regular Sport. Well, I actually have the decants of the Sport, but I have the All Extreme. But it really is kind of like inspiration of Chanel in this one, for sure, with that Aventus backbone, but not so much. Like I said, the opening, it's got that fresh pineapple opening, very fresh, very bright. This is a sweet pineapple. This is not your regular, this is your Aventus pineapple. It's just sweeter, much fresher, and then it transitions. Then you get that nonsense of Chanel Lauren Sport. But yeah. So, uh, hey, dude, you should get a sample of this. You should try it. It's not a bad one. It's not groundbreaking. So, yeah. So, have any of you guys tried the new Aventus cologne? If you have, please comment down on the here to chat. I'm sure not a lot of people are gonna tune in, but at least you can leave a note after the video closes. But yeah, Aventus cologne is a very nice one. I love to get it because I do like that transition. Another problem with this fragrance. This is the other problem with this fragrance. I had a barbecue out yesterday. We were celebrating one of my friends' birthdays here yesterday in my house. It was like a surprise birthday party, and we just wanted a surprise. Just sitting out here all day, and I was the one doing all the grilling and stuff, all the prepping all the food and stuff. And I put it on in the morning. This was around, well, not in the morning, I'd say about noontime, 12 p.m., around that time. And then when I put it on, I had all my clothes on. I started prepping all the food, burgers, whatever. A couple of things I was prepping in the kitchen, cutting up some veggies and stuff. Then this was an hour later, and I could barely detect the scent. Oh, wait a minute, I'll be back. I had to stop my son from making a mess. No, I'll do that. All right, so yeah, he was messing up some of mom's plants. She's planted them. Okay. She's gonna be a little mad about that. Anyways, yeah. So I ordered this yesterday for a little birthday surprise for one of our friends here at my house. And Allison, what's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. So I'm just talking about the Aventus cologne, the new one, and my first impressions on that. And it was a little bit surprising what I got from the Aventus cologne. It wasn't what you would expect from Aventus or just Creed. Another thing is the fact that they call this cologne. I definitely see the performance as a cologne, and it's supposedly it says cologne, but it's a perfume concentration. I don't know, man. Maybe that perfume concentration, I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I just don't see the strength in this one, right? So let me finish my story on this. My wearing that I had yesterday. So like I said, I was doing a little birthday party for one of my friends. I had a couple of friends over. I wore it around 12 p.m. prepping some food. Then I went. Prepped all my stuff. My friend came over. Usually he says something about what I'm wearing. He didn't say anything. I didn't even want to mention it. I kind of just didn't want to talk about it. I just had it there. But so an hour or so, and I went and started bringing the food outside to my grill and setting up all the stuff outside. And I just smell it on me. I'm like, man, this thing is weak, man. So I went back in my room. I resprayed myself. I was smelling a little bit like all the seasoning I was dealing with, all the food, and yeah, I had it on. It was nice, but honestly, I don't see this going. I don't see it going too well in the projection and longevity, realm. I don't think this is a good fragrance for you guys that are in the fans of Creed. This is gonna be. It's a great fragrance. Don't get me wrong. It's a great smelling fragrance. It's definitely more designerish, with a little bit of the opening of Creed Aventus, but then it transitions into, like I said, Chanel Lauren Sport, a brighter, more vintage Chanel Lauren Sport. One of the first ones in the beginning when it was not one of the first ones, 2-3 years ago, when I think the juice was a little better back 4 or 5 years ago. Now it's a little more watered down. That's what it reminded me of. But like I said, I didn't get much performance from it. I was not excited, but I do like it. I do like it. Just not my expectations were a little different. And for the bottle being an EDP, correct me if I'm wrong. This does not perform like an EDP, nor does it smell niche at all. This is doesn't smell of its price. Yeah, I say it now. If Chanel Lauren Sport or any of the Allure line was not part of the equation or our existence, we would have had a different conversation. This would have been a great fragrance. Uh, but the performance, man, it's just too weak. They need a, if they just should have amped up the performance, the oils. I don't know what they should have done, but this is definitely not a good performance of fragrance. Question is, will I buy it? I don't know. Is it worth that the price tag? I don't think so. I don't think it's worth that price tag. Would I get? And now that the bottles have the size of the bottles have been reduced. The size before was 4 ounce, which is decent size for the price, even though it's still a lot for the price of a Creed bottle. But the fact that you're going down in marketing and saying, let me bring it down from 4 ounce to 3.3 ounce, and I'm gonna give it to you at the same price, or maybe a little. I might bring up the price. That's saying a lot. No, no, my son touching stuff. That's saying a lot because that's like you're saying, okay, I'm worth this much. I can reduce the juice. I'm worth this much. Okay, let me reduce the juice because I know you're gonna buy me. I'm sure. Maybe I could be wrong, but I'm almost 75% to 95 to 85% sure that most of the people that buy Creed buy Gray Market because that price is ridiculous right now. It's crazy. I highly doubt it. And so there's so many suppliers for it right now. Oh man, that's the good stuff. El sancocho, eso sí está bueno. That's the good stuff. Sancocho. For you guys that don't know what sancocho is, as you mentioned, there's like a heavy stew that we make. Dominicans, we make a heavy stew that has different varieties of meat inside and different yams. It's a nice stew that we make. It's pretty good. You guys should try it someday. Sancocho, Dominican sancocho, delicious. Maybe Carlos from Brooklyn's. maybe Carlos from Brick and Fragrance Lover will probably put that in one of his videos. You know, he has his cooking videos every once in a while. It would be cool if he pulls that one up. But yeah, Carlos, Brick and Fragrance Lover. Maybe you can make a sancocho video. Anyways, yeah, Aventus cologne. I recommend it. No, I'm not drinking cerveza. I'm drinking coffee. This is coffee for now. Yeah, café, mi hermano. Drinking café. So, yeah, so would I recommend it? Yeah, I would recommend it for you to try it, not to buy at that price. I would not recommend that you buy it for that price. And I dare you to challenge yourself to try Aventus and Chanel Lauren Sport and compare the two. I'm sure a video is going to come up where somebody's going to be comparing a side-to-side bottle. It's going to come up. I won't be I won't be. It won't be anything of a surprise. Like I said, some people are talking about it. No one's really gotten into heavy details on it, but yeah, definitely, it's definitely. Hey, no, no, it's definitely. They're definitely trying to. They've always been a very open company that's been uh, very open to making mass appealing niche fragrances, but they're definitely pulling a little more into the designers. They're really trying to get even more people into their stuff. But this is a nice addition to it. But this is not it's not unique, and there's been a reputation of a few fragrances in their line that are top sellers that are not unique uh, that yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you are because I see this from the beginning. There's a lot of fragrances that have been put out by Creed. Uh, they haven't been unique. They've just been perfected or just amped up and with better ingredients. Uh, this is definitely there, and I think you know what I would have I probably would buy a full bottle if the strength, which if they double or triple the strength on the fragrance. I just don't see the longevity. I've heard one or two people saying that it lasts long. Listen, I wore this twice already, and there's just no. There's no performance on it. Maybe I just have a bad batch or whatever it is that I got, but there's zero performance. Yeah, I heard it lasts long. That's what I heard. I read some people saying that, but uh, I don't know. Just yeah, cat lips that. But this conversation is going on long, and thank you guys for sticking around. My first impressions for Creed Aventus cologne. Not a bad one, not a great one. Not what you expect, and definitely not what I expected. But have a nice day too, Victor. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Maybe, hopefully. Uh, See you guys. Peace.